put 30 years out here on the road. Every 10 years equals 1,000,000 miles. And I've been out here for 30. Drive safe, folks. Drive safe. Stevie Big Rigger here, folks. Just cruising on across Wyoming and just getting her done. Yeehaw! Oh, isn't it pretty? Yeehaw! Driving these beautiful, lonesome highways for 30 plus years. The thing that sticks in a man's mind most of all is the scenes that he's drove up on. Lifeless bodies or curdling screams. Drive safe. Well, this has been my trip this time out, so scary music going on there. Heading out on the road today. Been home a little over 3 weeks. Probably hauled maybe 3 to 5 loads. I know it's about 5 loads since Thanksgiving. So you're probably saying, well, that's not very many, but no, it's not. Probably about once a month I go out on a run, and as lovely as that sounds and everything, but it's about that time. The last couple of years I've been on a run hauling styrofoam out to Montana, and then from Montana I'd go down to Idaho and pick up a load and run that out to Taylor, Pennsylvania. And I started off right there at the 1, and then I went over here up to St. Louis. Thought I'd let you guys see that off the front of this old freight shaker. It's 9:18 a.m. Tuesday morning, March the 14th. That'll make Brittany happy that I put all that in there. loaded, went down to San Antonio, right there, and then unloaded. Pickup destination, Cornerstone Building Brands in Houston, and they took my trailer and let me see, that's my trailer, and it's getting 13,000 on it, and then they'll give me a call, and that's it. This is buildings. That's what that is, buildings, this place. So, yeah. So that's where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is really discouraging. So I come into this place at 12:15, dropped off my trailer, and went back here and sat in the mud hole. And they said they'd call me. And my trailer was loaded like 3 hours ago. All the employees have left. No phone calls, no nothing. So now there's a guard shack up there, and there's one pickup truck up there. And as frustrating as it is, waiting patiently to get called, and I haven't been called, and it's past 5 o'clock. And it's kind of this kind of stuff very rarely happens, but when it does happen, it ain't right. We have brokers ripping you off for the money that you get on a load, and that's owner operators. I noticed that there's one guy, he's leased on to somebody, and he's still getting paid what you would normally get paid for freight rates, which just goes to show you that the brokers are ripping you off. Freight rates haven't come up and down. The shippers are still paying the same they were this time last year. Brokers are just pocketing the money. And then after you get ripped off by the broker, then you got to come out to a shipper who treats truck drivers like this. So, the life of a truck driver. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody at all. I'm telling you. I should have been out of here a long time ago. So I got loaded, or my trailer was loaded at 2:30, and it's now 5:30. And so at 2:30, they said, well, they would call me as soon as they were done, right? So I'm waiting, and they got other trailers, they're loading. And I was like, well, I don't know what their process around here was. And so I waited. Well, everybody done left, so I was like, well, let me go check to see what's going on. So it's 5:30 now. So I walk all the way up to the security gate, and they said, we knocked on his door. He didn't answer his door. We called him and they didn't answer his phone. So they straight up lied to the man. They lied to him. So y'all remember that when you come to Cornerstone, they lie. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. So crazy. This is called Cornerstone Building Brands. And that's my load. So the process here, you come in the security gate, check in, give them your information. And then you drive down there and you go in a door down there, your trailer right there, and you go around back. And they said they'll call you as soon as you're done. So that was 12:30. At 2:30 they were done. They had it loaded, and I watched them. I was sitting there watching them. And I waited for them to call me like they said they would do. They'd call me. I'll give them my phone number, said they'd call me. So I waited patiently. That was at 2:30 when they got done loading this up. And they had other trailers, so I thought, oh, well, maybe they have a process where they do all their trailers. So I watched them do all their trailers. 5 o'clock came, and they all headed towards the lunchroom. And the next thing I know, all the cars were gone. And I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go find out what's going on. So I go down there and I go to that office that I showed you where the door was, and nobody was there. So I go up to the security guard, and he said, oh yeah, they said they beat on your door and called and that you wouldn't answer. I said, well, you know what? That jerks my chain. I don't even understand that. Why would they even lie like that? So I was like, well, maybe they damaged my trailer or something. So I looked over the trailer, didn't see any damage on it anywhere. The load, it may be within 1,000 pounds of what they said, so looks like I tightened that down pretty good. You can see a little bit of a sway in it. That's fine. Ain't gonna hurt it. As long as I don't bend any of that light steel in that box up there. So I got just 2 straps going over that long box because you don't want to crush it, and then I have 2 straps going over that box up in front because I don't want to crush it either. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. Again, this is Cornerstone brand buildings in Houston, Texas. If you ever come over here to load, beware. Took the load all the way up to that skip right there is where it was early in the morning, and I don't like to drive with the light of the GPS on, so that was early in the morning. Drove on up to right there at the Washington, Oregon border, which was right out of Hermiston, Arrington. Back down to Burley, Idaho, picked up a load. Ladies and gentlemen, so I'm right outside of Burley on Interstate 15. I pulled over on the ramp before you get to the scale, and so this is where I'm at. It's a little windy, expecting some rain. So, Ruthie wants me to, she wanted me to go live. It takes too long to do it live. Besides, I'm not pretty enough to do a live like Ruthie B. So I'm going to set you there. And there is what I'm going to cook. This is I believe it's a T-bone. It was a ribeye. Let me see what they called it. T-bone steak. So we're gonna cook us a T-bone steak, and we're gonna cook it the way I usually do the ribeye. And I took it up over to Platt, an Amish community. I took a load to the Amish community there in Platt. Kansas, Salina, Kansas. Florida, right outside of Ocala in Riddick, Florida.